Up next, round whole numbers challenge. Let's see what we got. Write a whole number that rounds to 30,000 if we are rounding to the nearest 10,000. Now, I love problems like this so much. I talk about these kind of problems all the time. There are so many different answers to this. There are lots and lots of correct possible answers, and there are, of course, lots and lots of incorrect possible answers. This is a great place for students to be allowed to exercise a little bit of creativity in their math. A lot of people don't associate math and creativity as being the same thing, although I'd like to think I've been pushing against that. This is one place that I would go. For me, because I'm a smart aleck and I just want to do the easiest answer possible, I'm going to say 29999. 29,999. Definitely rounds to 30,000. And in fact, any number that's really close to 30,000 will work. Boom. I really like problems like this because it means that everyone in the classroom can get a different answer and still be correct. And that means that they understand the ideas rather than just trying to aim for that one right answer every single time. Which of the following statements or digits could replace the square in the thousands place? Ah, ha, 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 sneaky, sneaky, throwing variables at us without calling them variables to make this statement true. So we want it to round to 394,000. So let's see. If we put a 4 in there, it would definitely round down to 394,000, right? Because it's already very, very close to 394,000. And I think that's the only one. So now we're going to do some more rounding, but we are going to round it to 3 different places, to the 10,000, to the 1,000, to the 100. When doing problems like this, when there are multiple responses, I would encourage your students to just take an extra breath and make sure that you don't go too fast, because there are lots of places to make mistakes. To the nearest 10,000, well, that goes up to 20,000, right? 7,000 is closer to 20,000 than it is to 10,000. To the nearest 1,000, well, that would be 17,000. The 242, again, is closer to 7,000 than it is to 8. And then finally, to the nearest 100, well, the 42 at the end is again less than halfway. So we're going to round down to 17,200. No problem. Write another whole number that rounds to 700,000 if we are rounding to the nearest 100,000. So you could also say 700,001. That should also round to 700,000. I bet you could even put 700,000 itself in there, because technically, the number 700,000 does round to 700,000 to the nearest hundredth, or to the nearest 100,000. And yes, that is true, and if I were a teacher, I would accept that argument personally. The best kind of correct. Silver Key, you're absolutely correct. In your acknowledgement of what the correct kind of correct is. Correct.